Hey YouTube, it's Do It Yourself Junkie with the top 5 affordable gifts that pilots will use. With the Christmas season approaching, I wanted to put this list out there. It's gifts that you can actually afford for somebody who likes flying. And they will actually use these rather than some goofy coffee mug that's going to sit on their desk and gather dust. So first up is called a POS Oximeter. This is really great. You can put it in your flight bag, take it with you, and if you start feeling funny, slip it over your finger and it'll give you your pulse rate and the oxygen levels in your blood. And this is a great way to make sure you're not suffering early signs of hypoxia. Next on the list is one of my favorite knee boards that I actually use. It's a bit on the expensive side, so I've actually included links for 2 different ones in the description below. One is the Ultimate Knee Board. It's the most expensive of the 2. It has rings for attaching either a checklist or approach plates for those who still use approach plates. Now everybody should be using checklist, but I like it more than the other version because that 3-ring portion is actually flexible. If you don't have anything there, it doesn't matter. It attaches to your leg, has a place for your pencils, and a clipboard for a notepad. And this is really useful. It helps you stay organized in the cockpit. And as I said, the other version's a little bit cheaper, but you'll notice that the binder portion is a stiffer piece of plastic that's sticking up, and that kind of irritates me. But you don't really want to go any bigger than this because it'll just get in the way of flight controls. So these 2 knee boards are ones that I'd actually use, and they're great. Now, next item isn't that useful. Basically, it just slips over the cover of your logbook and makes it look nicer. Not something I would personally use. I wish it was actually bound in leather, but all the ones that I could find that were bound in leather didn't have the right columns in them. Number 4, we've got 2 flight bags. One is by Flight Gear, and then the other is by Designed for Pilots. And both of them are really great, under $100, and can hold 1 or 2 headsets, fuel sample gear, everything you could possibly need in a flight bag. And it's going to be fairly compact and easy just to sit in the back of the aircraft where you could still reach it, or next to you in the empty co-pilot seat. And it's a great thing to have just one bag that you can just grab, go to the airport, and you don't have to worry about whether or not you accidentally left something at home. The last thing on the list is a little bit over $100. I was trying to keep everything under it, but it is a really good headset in my opinion. It's the one I bought back in training, and I still use it, and I liked it so much I bought one for my wife, and then I bought a slightly cheaper kid-size version for both my kids. So if you've got a pilot who's just starting out or is a little ways into training and they're still renting or borrowing a headset, this is the gift you want to get them. It's great to have your own headset. When you're speaking into the microphone has to be fairly close to your mouth, almost touching your mouth. And so it's really nice in that regard to have your own headset. And my problem was during training, the headset I had borrowed was a David Clark, and because it had a boom mic on it that had a whole bunch of hinges, it kept falling apart at the most inopportune times. For example, I'm flying pattern, talking to tower, and the mic would fall off of it. Anyway, this one's not the most expensive one out there, and a lot of people argue if you're going to be serious about flying and doing it consistently, you need active noise reduction and something more expensive than this. I've used this close to 3 to 5 years now. I can't remember exactly how long, but it's been a while. And like I said, I liked it so much I bought another one. It has fake leather ear cups that make it feel softer than most of the cheap headsets out there. It has aux input for your cell phone or iPod or something. which is usually a feature on more expensive headsets. It can do stereo or mono, and then the headband is covered in that fake leather as well. And with that and the earmuffs, it makes it really comfortable to wear for long periods of time. And then the flex mic doesn't really have any of those hinge points with screws and stuff you have to worry about, so it's not going to fall apart on you. And like I said, this is a good headset for the money. Don't worry about getting something more expensive. Get this one first and then decide if you like it or hate it. And then after a few years, by then you'll figure out what you want and could move up to that. But I guarantee you'll probably still be using this headset, or retire it to giving to your passengers and they'll enjoy it. Hope you like the video. Thanks for watching and good luck with your Christmas shopping. Make sure you hit that like button for this, and if you want to subscribe, it'll notify you when I put out new videos. Most of them are weight loss video blogs, but every once in a while I'll do a review on gear. Hopefully by March I will have reviewed some of the items listed here, such as the headset more in depth and the knee board more in depth.